Hey everyone, Diogo here, and this is the first copywriting tutorial I'm doing. The goal of this series is to basically break down how I go from a concept, an idea, to an actual ad that could be used in a campaign. And I'll basically be using examples from fake ads I create to give you a sense of how to write the ad and the copy so that you can apply it to your own campaigns. And for today, we'll be going through an ad for the Portuguese train company. This is just a fake ad about their new high-speed trains that they're building. So let's jump into it. All right, so here we are. This is the Figma file I use for writing the ads, and the end result is basically two ads. Okay, so one, the worst about high speed, no more naps on board, Lisbon to Porto in 1 hour 15 minutes, and the second, raining in the north, you'll be in Carcavelos in no time, Porto to Lisbon in 1 hour and 15 minutes. So, as you can see, the main benefit of these new trains and these new high-speed lines that they're building is the fact that you can go from the two biggest cities in the country in 1 hour 15 minutes, okay? And this is a journey that usually right now takes about 3 hours by train, 3 hours and 30, and about the same duration by car. So it's quite the lengthy trip, usually taken by business people in the morning, and then they come back in the afternoon. But still, it's a bit of a tricky process, and you don't really have any alternatives. You could take a plane, but yeah, then you have to basically check in, go through security, so you end up spending the same time. So that's really the main issue. Now, this came up because this is a big project, of course, lots of talk going around in Portugal because of this, and no one is really communicating this effectively, I feel. It's always about how fast the train is, or how long it will take to build, or how this is not the optimal solution for the project. And I thought I'd give it a shot in improving it, right? So that leads us to the first issue, which is they only talk about the faster trains, or in other words, the feature that they're building, right? And while that's good and all, it's not extremely clear to all the potential consumers of what this implies for them. So yeah, some of them, maybe the commuters, they'll say, "Oh wow, actually that's quite good. I usually take the train from time to time. This would be a nice improvement for me." But I wanted to put it more into perspective. I wanted to take this figure of 1 hour and 15 minutes and think, what do I get from it? What is the end outcome of having such a fast train? And that led me to these two concepts right here. So it's about twisting the feature into a benefit for the consumer, right? So in other words, you usually start like this. So it's 1 hour 15. That leads us to faster trains, and that's basically where most people stop at. But we can go further from here. For example, like it's so fast that you actually can't sleep on board. So before, people used to like read books, maybe do some work even though the internet sucks, take a nap, or you know catch up on sleep, and all of that. And the trick here is that actually they'll be unable to do this because of being such a fast train. So from now on, they can't do this anymore. All right, and so that's one way of looking at it. So what's something that was assumed that would happen with the current system that will be completely unable to do from now on? And you can apply this to other products as well. If you have, for example, like let's say a laundry machine, that used to take like 2 hours to do the laundry and now does it in 30 minutes. Um, you know, you could say something like no more time to do the errands, or to go shopping while the clothes are being washed, and this kind of stuff. So it's a bit about taking the one thing that the product was not good at in the past, um, and then basically presenting the new scenario as like a bad thing, to put that into perspective. And then another way of doing this is by basically putting into perspective how this new speed changes things, all right? So, um, if you don't know, like Portugal, despite being known as a sunny country, in the north of the country, it's actually quite rainy, and that's usually a complaint that it's raining, so you can't go to the beach and whatnot, right? And so I wanted to play on that and basically uh, like to create this perspective of now something that was completely impossible before will now be doable thanks to this train, which is basically going to Porto from Porto to Lisbon in one day and coming back just to go to the beach. And so I had to do some research on like the beaches and whatnot, and I found out that basically one of the most famous and nearby to Lisbon is this one, Carcavelos, and the total journey would be about 2 hours from Porto to Lisbon, which is actually like quite reasonable. And so this is just a play on words, all right? Because yeah, if it's raining in the north, you could just go to to the beach in Lisbon, and that's kind of the play here. Um, and again, this is about taking this 1 hour 15 minutes and translating it into something that's like more concrete into the mind of the consumer. Because if you think about it, this is the universe of all the potential train riders in Portugal, and these are the ones that will just understand just by saying 1 hour 15 minutes, okay, that's a benefit, right? But if you can manage to present this in some other ways, you can actually expand the universe of the people that get it a lot more. So all of this becomes like potential customers, because then they understand, oh, it's not like about going from Porto to Lisbon in 1 hour 15. It's about me being able to go like from one place to the other and coming back the same day just to go to the beach. But the same could be true for other things, right? So like let's say a student that is from Porto and goes to study in Lisbon. Before they'll have to get a house, and get the rent, pay rent, etc. And now they could just take the train. Could be something like, we could play on the concept of, like students usually study in the train, so we can play with that. So let's see. Studying gives you, let's say, 3 hours of extra study time per day, for example, something like this. Of course, it's a first draft, so it can definitely be improved. And then like Porto to Lisbon in 1 hour 15, and then we could say, for example, grab the monthly student pass, or special prices with the monthly student pass. This formatting is not the best. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. And There we go. And yeah, that's it. Like, this is another way of presenting it. I think this could be a bit improved, but you can kind of get the point. So it's about explaining to the consumer, to the user, the new possibilities that are unlocked um, by having this new feature, and just making them realize, oh, okay, I can do this now, um, and explain to them that, yeah, that's the main benefit of having faster trains. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. It's short and sweet. Still getting the hang of this, but the goal of this series is to basically explain bit by bit how I build my ads, how I write my ads, and helping you learn from that as well. Because I think the main way of learning how to write copy and how to write ads, it's by seeing someone else do it, seeing their thought process, and then applying that to your own ads and getting inspiration from that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you think this is a worthy series, do subscribe and give it a like. And I'll see you in the next episode.